Paris Olympics are underway. We can't bring you any pictures, apologies for that, but we're mocking Christianity, including drag queens parodying the Last Supper. And then there was young children dancing with scantily clad men.
Did the Paris Olympics opening ceremony go too far? The grand spectacle along the River Seine was filled with the best of French culture, athletes proudly bearing their nation's flags, and who can forget the iconic return of Celine Dion? But in the middle of all this, one moment stood out, not for its grandeur, but for the controversy it ignited. In case you missed it, the scene was eerily similar to Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper painting, but twisted it into something almost unrecognizable. At the center of a long table sat a woman wearing a halo-like silver crown, flanked by drag queens. Suddenly, a nearly naked man painted blue came from a dinner plate surrounded by fruit, breaking into song as the drag queens danced behind him. For many Christians, watching this tableau was more than just an artistic expression. It felt like a direct mockery of their faith.
This gross mockery of the Last Supper. And I won't describe it any further. Just go online. It's gone viral. You can see it. But France felt evidently, as it's trying to put its best cultural foot forward, the right thing to do is to mock this very central moment in Christianity where Jesus, at his Last Supper, gives his body and blood in anticipation of the cross. And I mean, the honoring of the individual and of human rights and of freedom is grounded very much in Christianity. Felt the right thing to do was to mock the Christian faith.
Conservative and Christian leaders didn't hold back their outrage. They condemned the performance, calling it an offensive parody that dishonored sacred religious symbolism. It wasn't just a small slap on the wrist, the backlash was swift and fierce, with many viewers feeling deeply disrespected by what they saw. Ceremony organizers, however, were quick to defend the scene. They insisted that the performance was inspired by an ancient pagan festival dedicated to the Greek god Dionysus, and not an attempt to mock Christianity. According to them, the whole idea was to pay homage to the spirit of Dionysian rituals and nothing more than that. But here's the thing, can this explanation really justify the apparent insensitivity? For those who felt that their faith was under attack, the organizers' claims did little to soothe their anger. The similarities to the Last Supper were too striking, it simply cannot be a coincidence. Many found it hard to believe that the creators didn't know it could be offensive. Was this scene just a misunderstood gesture? What is clear, however, is that this moment has become one of the most talked about and divisive highlights of the Paris Olympics opening ceremony. To be honest, it's hard not to feel a bit offended ourselves. Shouldn't there be a line between artistic expression and respect for deeply held beliefs? The opening ceremony meant to unite the world in celebration has instead left many feeling alienated and disrespected. They should at least know to be cautious no matter what to ensure they don't disrespect the values and symbols that matter to others. The French Bishops' Conference called it a mockery and derision of Christianity. Bishop Robert Barron of Minnesota went further, labeling it a gross mockery of a pivotal Christian moment. Even political leaders and businesses joined the outcry. House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed his dismay on X, formerly Twitter, calling the performance shocking and insulting to Christian people around the world. US telecommunications provider C Spire went so far as to pull its advertising from the Summer Games. So what was the intention behind this scene? The official Olympics account on X described the performance as an interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus, aimed at highlighting the absurdity of human violence. Here's what the art director Thomas Jolly had to say. "You will never find in me a desire to mock and denigrate anyone. The idea was to create a big pagan party linked with the god of Mount Olympus."
Have you noticed how France didn't mock Islam? Because it's an Islamic country now. All of Paris would be on fire if they tried that shit. As a Christian, how are you not furious? How are you not angry by what they've just done? They've openly mocked your entire religion from head to toe. One of the most sacred images throughout all of Western civilization, the Last Supper. They mocked it.
House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed his dismay on X, formerly Twitter, calling the performance shocking and insulting to Christian people around the world. Is this mere coincidence, or is there something more at play? Some are speculating that the continued illumination of the Sacré-Cœur may be a cryptic message or a sign. Could it be that the city's blackout is somehow linked to the controversies surrounding the Olympics? And of course, one cannot forget the LGBTQ+ inclusion in the tableau. The reaction was swift and divided. While some criticized the scene as a blatant insult to Christian values, others defended it as a celebration of LGBTQ inclusivity and community. Adding fuel to the fire, Harrison Butker, the Kansas City Chiefs kicker, known for his provocative speeches on various hot-button issues, waded into the fray. He quoted the Bible on X, citing Galatians 6 verses 7 to 8. "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For what things a man shall sow, those also shall he reap. For he that soweth in the flesh, of the flesh also shall reap corruption. But he that soweth in the Spirit, of the Spirit shall reap life everlasting." On July 28, Anne Deschamps, a spokesperson for Paris 2024, addressed the growing backlash with a formal apology. She said that there was never any intention to disrespect any religious group. Instead, she believed that the artistic director Thomas Joly aimed to celebrate community tolerance. Deschamps added that she thought this goal was achieved and she sincerely apologized if anyone was offended. Can a simple apology truly mend the rift caused by this provocative performance? But the drama didn't stop with the opening scene. The outrage continued with the performance by French heavy metal band Gojira. Their rendition of Ah Ça Ira, a French Revolution anthem, included shocking visuals of beheaded figures representing Queen Marie Antoinette. This left many attendees deeply unsettled. If you have not seen it yet, we warn you, it will get under your skin.
The West has become apostate. We are post-Christian. We're literally living in modern Babylon. It's a mockery. They know Jesus is real. They know God is real. Or the world we live in today, it's antichrist world. This has to do with a demonic agenda. We see this playing in pop culture. We're seeing politics and education right now are pushing this demonic agenda. This demonic agenda isn't happy with having rights. They demand that you recognize those rights. And if you don't recognize those rights, you're going to get punished, you're going to get silenced, and you're going to get cancelled.
And that's not all. The Paris Olympics have been hit by a series of issues. The event's first day was thrown into chaos by a massive arson attack on the rail network, causing travel mayhem for around 800,000 passengers. Trains were halted and key stations, including the Gare du Nord, were disrupted. On top of that, heavy rain forced the postponement of several sports events. Yet despite all these problems, the opening ceremony still managed to grab the attention of 28.6 million US viewers, according to early data from different sources. The Paris Olympics were meant to be a spectacle, but behind all the facade lies a troubling reality. The question now is, will the Paris Games be remembered for their achievements, or will they be tainted by all the controversies? You see, symbolism is more than just artistic flair. It's a powerful tool that conveys deep meaning and connects with people on an emotional level. From ancient rituals to modern art, symbols help us understand complex ideas, evoke feelings, and communicate messages that go beyond words. Given its importance, it's no wonder that symbolism plays a prominent role in high-profile events like the Olympics. But when does the use of symbolism cross the line from profound to provocative? What do you think? Let us know what you felt while watching the ceremonies. What caught your attention first? Let us know in the comment section below. Hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Check out other videos from us and see you in the next one.